this video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial about how to check the headspace on a G3 clone or G3 itself. PTR91, C308, any one of those clones. It's good to make sure that your headspace is within tolerance, and the tolerance really is, from what I was able to gather from the manufacturer, it's 0.01 to 0.018. So I have my feeler gauge, and I'm just getting out all the measurements all the way up to 0.018. So that's all of them there, and I'm obviously going to start from the smallest one, and or the bigger one, and work my way down to check it out. Now, the process of doing this is racking it 5 times and pulling the trigger after you get done racking it. Before you rack the next time, you pull the trigger, and on the last rack, you pull the trigger. And so we're going to go from 0.18 and see if we can force it in this gap. And just note that right here, the gap here is negligible. There's almost no gap here, and you should not be able to see the locking piece. It should be that tight. You should not be seeing a huge gap. And this is basically what right looks like. So I'm going to start with 0.18 with my feeler gauge. Not even close, not even going to fit. 0.017, not even budging. 1.6, nope, but it feels like it's trying to get down there. And 1.5, nope. And now 1.4, nope. 1.3, nope, but it's trying. 1.2, I've reached the locking piece, so I'm sitting at about 0.012. That is well within spec. So yeah, I'm good to go. When I got this rifle back from PTR after having the rollers replaced, it was actually sitting at 0.01. And after about 1,500 to 2,000 rounds, that's where it's sitting at 0.012. So that's what right looks like as far as being in spec. Now, you definitely should not be able to see the locking piece as I see with a lot of C308s. That's the first thing that I look at, because Century Arms isn't exactly well known for putting together guns properly, because they're Frankensteining these guns together. So that's just something to be aware of. Get yourself a feeler gauge, and those are the pieces that you'll want to keep available is 0.01 to 0.018, and the reason why you go from the top down is because if I go from the bottom up, like where there's almost no room to where there is room, it can actually start pushing the bolt head and the bolt carrier apart if you're trying to really force it in there. And you shouldn't have to put too much pressure. You need to make sure that it's just kind of a tight squeeze. And so this one sat at 0.012. So that's really how to check it. And you can check it 2 or 3 times, and you might actually go down one if you push it right back. If I were to recheck this, it would probably end up being at 0.011 because of how much I was pushing in there with these little ones. It doesn't take much with a well-lubricated system to kind of try to pull back a little bit. So that's my recommendation for checking the headspace. Of course, call the manufacturer to see if they have any recommendations, or talk to a gunsmith that actually knows what they're talking about as far as roller delayed blowback is concerned. So with all that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment below, and you guys have a good one.